Later tonight, Pike captures a German prisoner in Dad's army. But first, we have the Thamesmen.
John, put it down.
Put it down. You don't know where it's been.
Yeah, what you don't know, viewers, dearest viewers, is, I think you do by now, we get this big countdown.
Yeah.
And George always tries to get the extra bit of Dutch courage in, shall we say.
Well, I need courage to hang out with you because I never quite know what's going to come out of your mouth. It's always a bit of a challenge. I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles.
I'm Alex. I'm in San Francisco. And being in America with a British accent, you can get away with a lot.
Like
everyone says
so?
I'm unfiltered. I don't filter anything, and I think that's just their American nice way of saying, Jesus Christ, you talk a lot of shit. I was in an HR meeting the other day. Oh, I got myself into trouble.
You are HR's biggest nightmare, honestly, aren't you?
I was in with HR people and the HR group, and we're all having this meeting, and we were talking about dogs, and I've said, I've got 2 pugs, Gandalf and Cooper, and I really want to breed them, and for Christmas, I've been reading up, how to breed pugs and everything. You know what? I'm not gay, right? I might look it, and I just saw HR just go like this in the meeting, and then I was quietly writing, it's like, I do apologise, I didn't mean to say that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. You say, okay, so you use your Englishness as an ability to be unfiltered in America. Now, Good old state old England. If you were in the same meeting, could you say that in England?
Oh, hell yeah!
You think so?
I saw I saw a survey on the most beautiful English word in our language, and by far the vote, I mean by tens of thousands of far, the most beautiful word in the English language is a word for female genitalia.
The C word.
Yes.
So we're scared to even say it here, aren't we?
We cannot say that over here, but ladies and gentlemen, in England, it is a common word, and it's utterly fantastic. There are good ones, there are bad ones, there are utter ones, there are complete ones, there are dorkish ones, but they are all the same.
Yeah, that's a good point. But, well, they say 2 countries separated by a common language.
Who said that?
I don't know. Winston Churchill, he said pithy things like that, maybe.
I think it was Mark Twain.
Was it Mark Twain? Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he was. He said pithy things too, didn't he?
He did say pithy things. That's it.
How's that go with the lisp?
I'm lucky I'm not a female. My name is Penelope. Penelope Thorhill. That would be dreadful. Anyway, enough of the rude English words and my lisp, which I do not have, because in my head I sound like a football commentator.
Really? Is that what you imagine yourself to be? Jimmy Greaves?
Yeah, no, not Jimmy Greaves, like a bit like, he's gone, and he's going down the wing.
He's going down the wing for a bit of a chilly whack.
He's gone full throttle. Well, what do you sound like in your head?
I know, like the Prime Minister or something like that.
Do you really?
I don't know.
Such a fine line, isn't it? You, the Prime Minister. It's so close.
I mean,
it's
the way they get through them in England, they get through about 4 Prime Ministers in a week. It's pretty easy to be hit one of them at some point, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. It's such a fine line. It's like when I'm at the beach. Such a fine line,
Between?
Baywatch and not Baywatch. I mean, middle-aged man, slightly overweight, Baywatch. It's such a fine line.
Easily mistaken. Easily mistaken.
Look, all right.
We can't talk too much because today we have got, as the title will show you, an absolute classic from Canada, the Tragically Hip. We've also got a bonus track as well. Exactly. Yeah, got it. Yeah. So we don't run out of like tape and stuff like that. Which,
Well, I'm glad we're doing Tragically Hip. We've only done one Tragically Hip before, and So it was new to us, and unfortunately, the singer, who was the singer? The amazing
Gord
lead
Downey,
singer.
I believe his name was. Yeah,
it was his last concert, and we didn't really know. So, but we found out later on afterwards, and yeah, it was still absolutely fantastic.
yeah.
We found out.
But some people said, "Oh, it wasn't his best performance because it was." You have to know that it was his last performance and all those things because of his brain cancer and stuff like that. But we still loved it. We thought we were an amazing band, and so we're coming back for more.
We are. So thank you to Brian Roy.
Thank you, Brian.
Brian Roy.
Roy.
Our Patreon and subscriber who put this week together. Who is he? He's a bona fide Canadian because he was born in Chilliwack. Knick knack, chilliwack, give a dog a bone.
You had to get that in, didn't you?
Well,
Brilliant.
is that what it is? Is that the rhyme?
Not chilliwack, but yeah, knick knack, tallywhack, give a dog a bone.
Oh, it's for the Irish. It's knick knack, paddywhack.
Is that really where it came from?
Yeah. It's because the Irish
It's an old
they love like
racist
knick-knacks. No, they love knick-knacks. You go, oi, knick-knack, and he comes over, you go, paddywhack, and then you give a dog a bone. No, I just made that up. I don't know.
But
No.
it could be, like, you think about the old poems and stuff, like, all those things, like all the kids' nursery rhymes, like ring a ring of roses, pocket full of posies, tissue, tissue, we all fall down. That was from the Black Plague.
Yes, and as soon as you sneezed, basically you died that evening.
Yeah, and also you have a pocket full of posies because people carried around scents because they thought the disease was through bad odours and things like that.
They thought it was airborne, wasn't it? When
it was kind of airborne, but rat-borne.
It was waterborne. It came from...
the Black Death was the rats. The fleas on the rats, wasn't it?
We've had so many plagues in England, you lose count, isn't it? And obviously London Bridge is burning. We all sing that, and that was from...
Great Fire of London.
In 1604?
1666.
1666. Started at a baker's. Mm-hmm. And
they burned the bread.
Yeah, baking the bread, and they didn't think it was bad. And then the mayor came down and said, "Oh bollocks, I'm going back to bed." And he did. He went back to bed, and then London burnt down.
Yeah.
So 1666. That one. Oh God, look at us! I tell you what.
Because the plague was 1665. If I remember correctly.
I wonder if there's any modern nursery rhymes.
Well, they're songs, aren't they?
No, I mean in the playground. I wonder if there's one about about the Trump having the capital being overrun, or Trump's.
I don't think kids are that. I don't think kids are. I mean, I think the medium now is TikTok. Little dances and stuff. Isn't it?
Don't understand TikTok too much. Anyway, let's
got a TikTok page.
I like TikTok, but it's dangerous, and I don't know. But I think. Oh, let's move on.
Whenever I turn on TikTok, I feel a bit creepy.
I know what you mean, and that's because I think they understand that I'm a 50-ish-year-old male, so they only serve up images of young girls dancing. So that's why I got rid of it.
Yeah, I felt a bit a bit creepy. So yeah.
Don't blame me. Yeah. All right, got my headphone back in. Let's do it.
Got your ears in, eerie.
Got my ears in.
Yeah, you got ears in. You see, we're professionals, aren't we?
Do you see that? I just managed to put that back in straight away.
The Tragically Hip and a track called "Ahead by a Century," and we have notes.
All right, let's have a look at those notes. We've got two tracks, but this one is by the Tragically Hip. Ahead, where is it? Named after the home... No, not that's Chilliwack. Where is it?
It's the next one down. G8. You hit my battleship. G8, you hit my battleship.
Ahead by a Century was released as the lead single from the band's 5th studio album, Trouble at the Hen House. The song reached number 1 in Canada's single chart and is the band's most successful single in their native Canada. Fantastic. We don't want to hear this. Yeah. It is one of the 10 most played songs in Canada in 1996. Excellent. The song begins with an image of a youthful romance with a young boy and a girl climbing a tree to talk and ponder the possibilities that life holds for them. Downey subsequently explained that the intended theme was one of innocence. I'm really looking forward to this because the name goes ahead of my knowledge of them, and their name is mentioned a lot. It's a great, great band.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now we got the official music video, so we will be officially blocked probably. So, and let's give it a go anyway.
Well, if it gets officially blocked, that's what we have our Patreon for. The governor YouTube up top. She lives up top. She can block at any time, quite rightly so if they want. But let's fingers crossed.
Yeah, keep our hopes up. So, are you ready? Should we do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go.
First thing we climb a tree, and maybe then we'd talk, or sit silently and listen to our thoughts, illusions of someday, cast in a golden light, no dress rehearsal, this is our life.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And that's where the hornet stung me. And I had a feverish dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we smoke them out. You are ahead by a century. You are ahead by a century. You are ahead by a century.
Like that.
Yeah, so good.
Stare in the morning shroud, and then the day began. I tilted your cloud, you tilted my hand. Rain falls in real time, the rain fell through the night. No dress rehearsal, this is our life.
Oh, yes.
But that's when the hornet stung me. And I had a serious dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we smoke them out. You are ahead by a century. 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 And disappointing you's getting me down.
That was a brilliant song.
Best track I've heard in ages.
Excellent. Yeah.
That was epic.
It was something so. I started off, I thought it'd be just kind of, fairly, standard kind of fare. Absolutely not. So many layers to it. So interesting.
I think it was like D, just the D going all the way through. The singing line was superb.
Yeah.
I love his singing line. And then it came in, and then he had two singing lines, one going up and one going, and so it's interweaving. And then they had that beautiful little electric drum, little pattern just running.
Yeah.
And then they came in on the live drums on top. So well produced. Such an interesting track. You can listen to it again and again and again and find different lines going through.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had the video running. I found the video a little bit distracting, actually. I had to start looking away from the video because I thought it didn't feel to me like the video was matching the song. I don't quite know what the story was in the video, but I was much more interested in just listening to the song, I think, actually, because it was nice to see them, see who they are, see what they're doing, but the music was brilliant.
Same with me. I was watching the video, but I was actually glazed out because I was trying to get all the different lines that were going through, and I loved it when all the vocal lines were off and stuff.
Brilliant.
And it was, some songs are just really interesting, and his vocal line, his vocal delivery, the different song line that was going through. Yes, it was an open D, and then they built it up, and it was just all round magical little track, all put together in a jam jar.
Yeah, well, like the bees in the jam jar. But then the acoustic line, and then they bring in the electrics on top. And it was just like the blending of those things was just super interesting. I thought,
Wow, that really was absolutely goddamn top drawer.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you can see
and not just a Canadian band. That was, and that's the first, I would say, true tragic. I mean, because we watched a track before from his last concert, and obviously, I didn't know then, but they weren't in the. It wasn't a prime time. It was a farewell concert, but this is their prime time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter if it's Canadian. That was top draw for anywhere in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I was, we've been doing a lot of Australian music.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminded me of the sort of polish that some of the Australian bands have, in that it is, well-crafted songs that intrigue you and entertain you and sound a little bit different and have something else going on and have just a step more than your average fare.
I heard a lot of Talking Heads, a lot of REM in there, but obviously they're their own band. Absolutely. But both of those bands are both slightly different.
Yeah, exactly. It stood out above the crowd, as something unique and special. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. That Canada is going straight on my playlist. Yeah, good job. That's definitely one of the
great track.
That's one of the best Canadian tracks we've had, actually. I think
that is the best Canadian track.
Yeah.
It was just so well produced. Everything around it, everything around that track was great.
Finally get to the Tragically Hip, and it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Well, actually, it's a double track, right? So we've got
a bonus.
A bonus that's been put here by the Jerry Cans, which are a band from Nunavut. Nunavut.
The most northern province of Canada.
So northern, I can't say the word. Nunavut. I want none of that.
None of that, mate.
None of that.
That's
but it's cold
north.
up there and it's north. No, I want none of that.
None of that.
They combine traditional Inuit throat singing, do that, George, with folk and country rock. Here they perform a cover of A Head by a Century. It was a band.
No, Head by a Century is a song we just listened to. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be great.
Yeah. Let's see if this... see if we can upset the Inuits again, shall we?
Yeah, I do apologise. We did upset the Inuits before, and not only did we upset the Inuits, I apologise, and I spoke Inuit.
You did, actually, yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Very good, yeah.
I can't remember it. I learnt the word for polar bear, seal, and beware, I think.
Yeah. Good job. Well done. Obviously stuck and useful to you. Okay, well, should we check out the Jerry Cans? And Jerry Cans. Now, I mean, the problem is, this is like when you've been blown off stage. It's going to be very hard for something to be as good as what we just heard, So
you never know. The track could have been, it could have just been one extra ingredient that just takes it over the edge, and that could have been throat singing.
Okay. All right.
As they say up north.
No. No.
I nearly tried to do some Inuit. But I realised I know no Inuit. So it would have just come out as totally insulting. So let's just as I try and make up an entire language. Right, let's do the Jerry count. Count me in, as they say.
Are you ready, sir?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Nuna palau luno Nilia kainalu Nipikang iluno Isumayang iluno Kau mayumi Isumaluno Asuli yugo Nana inusibo
Different.
Yeah.
Gabi akan laptungnya Sita tukang auyungnya Di Sumaludu Ada laulabo Sila tuyu dia Sila tuyu dia Sila tuyu dia Nuya yumi Ulang piyapo Ikayuk tau gabi Ikayuk tau nuno Sila luin naptu Inusibo Suli yugo Inusiriyapo Kapiyaw kalatungnya Sina tukang kauyungnya Di Sumaludu Kada laulabo Sila tuyu dia 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 Terima ku bagai
Holy Maloney, that was brilliant.
Exactly. I mean, it shows how a good song will stand up the test of a very different version. I was like, give it 20 seconds in, I was like, I just heard something really amazing. How could they do the same thing? And then it became its own thing, if that makes sense.
I don't understand the language.
No.
I'm not going to pretend to understand the language.
Of course. Good job.
I try to pretend I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. The recording was superb.
Oh, yeah.
Really good production. The guy's voice was superb.
And the energy in it. Yeah, had a sort of
energy.
a real energy to it, didn't it?
It was a faster tempo and had a higher energy in it. You're right about the energy. It was a lot more infectious.
Yeah.
Less quirky, more infectious. And normally when we do a bonus of a cover, whatever, it's kind of, that was absolutely bang out there.
Absolutely, yeah. Once I got past the first 20 seconds and sort of zoned in, it was fantastic. His own tune, but playing like, I think, obviously Tragically Hip hold a place in Canada's heart, and so I think it's fitting that you can have a native Inuit languaged version of such a classic. I think that's kind of like the sort of the sums up a nation very well. I mean, I suppose just to do it as well, you should have a French version to do all three, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, don't go overboard. But the no, but I'm shocked by the quality of the cover.
Yes.
Of it.
Okay.
It's not that I'll have none of that. I'll have a lot of that. It was really, really well done.
Yeah.
Whatever
Quality
language.
Piece. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was also interesting that the deep.
The
I
throat
don't know
singing.
What that was. It was great.
That bit of throat singing, wouldn't it?
I would have liked a video on that.
That would have been interesting as well to see what they're up to. Yeah.
That would have been really interesting to see.
Yeah, well, maybe next time. So.
Thank you, Canada. You've just absolutely blown me away twice. Tragically Hip, absolutely fantastic. And then obviously that cover by the Jerry Cans, which is an absolutely fantastic name as well. I wonder if there's a guy out there called Jerry Can.
I think his name's Roger Can, and that's it. So, or maybe he named the cans.
Jerry. Oh, I wonder if Jerry's for German.
The German cans.
Because we called him Jerry's.
Jerry, the Bosch.
Let's not go down that road. We've done so well staying on such a dry path here. We've apologised to quite a lot of people. Right.
I tell you, okay, I'm not going to start.
We just run into these walls.
But
out of our own stupidity.
We are a product.
We are so stupid. We're just like, I wonder if it's called a jerry can because they're Germans. Bam, straight into the wall, followed up like Bosch. You know what I mean? Just like, it was an innocent question loaded with stupidity.
But I mean, it's okay. I'm not even.
I think I started this by saying how I've got no filter.
Yeah, I think you did.
I'm in the wrong job.
You definitely not. It's not even a face for radio. It's a mouth for like silent movies. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. For someone with an unfiltered in the mouth, I don't know. I think my dream job. I should be placed on getting construction workers out of bed to get on site. I probably
you
have.
Think that would work?
Yeah,
do you?
that would work. I probably have got the lack of
you
filter
would, in
to
America,
be
you'd
able to
be up in front of HR.
Not within construction workers. They're just knock me out.
Hit you with a 2x4.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Superb. Bang on my playlist. Mm-hmm. That wasn't just great. That was absolutely fantastic.
Excellent. All right. Well, we will see you on the flip side. I think we got one more day of Canada Week this time. So day 6 coming up, I think. Or is it day 5 or day 4? Or, I don't know. Something like that. It's been good. It's been fun. Educational.
Should we be doing a Canada Week 3? We've done 2. This is Canada Week 2.
This is week 2, but we did a rush week, which is kind of by default Canada Week, isn't it?
I've got a feeling I would like to do a Tragically Hip week.
Oh, that might be interesting. Be careful what you promise. You're going to get a lot of Canadians on you.
It's Roy. Roy, you are bona fide Canadian.
Bona fide.
It's not up to me these days. It's up to Roy.
Okay. All right.
All right.
See you on the flip side, sir.
See you on the flip side. Ciao. Bye.